dream cars, German convertibles, Porsche, BMW, or Mercedes. German convertibles are striking, fast, and the epitome of status. Convertibles from Germany inspire drivers around the world with their power, exclusivity, and reliability, with their German engineering. It's like a car from a dream factory, the Mercedes SLS AMG Roadster. Classic lines, long bonnet, short rear end. You can't design a convertible any more exciting than the SLS AMG.
Mercedes SLS AMG, super sports car, and at the time certainly the most exciting convertible in Germany, the legitimate successor to the 300 SL. New Edition was insanely well received. What they did, they reshaped the original grid frame, now made of aluminum, similar to before, but this time even lighter.
The SLS AMG, the latest interpretation of the 300 SL. Fans and professionals marveled during its presentation in 2010, just like at the introduction of the first SL 60 years earlier. Technically light years ahead, and with a timeless and unique design, the 300 SL is an automotive benchmark, and even today still possesses the magic of eternal youth.
Mercedes 300 SL, sports car legend, elected as the sports car of the century. Grid frame construction, then brand new, came from the aerospace industry, which is the reason for the high side sills, so they had to make gull-wing doors, otherwise the side sills would have been too high for entry.
Fast, exciting, innovative. Then, as now, you can't escape the spell of the 300 SL. A classic car found in a barn beneath a coat of dust. The BMW 507 that belonged to Elvis Presley. In 1958, the most legendary musician in the world fell in love with a legendary convertible.
BMW 507, the masterpiece of Albrecht Graf Goertz. Absolutely the best design in the 50s. Elvis Presley, Hans Stuck, all the celebrities had this car. It was unfortunately only built 251 times. That is why it's now the most valuable, iconic sports car from the time. Higher prices are paid than for the 300 SL.
A modern version of the 507 is the BMW 6 Series Convertible, the first large BMW convertible since the 1950s. At almost 5 meters long, prestigious and elegant as a coupe, the BMW 6 Series Convertible is a feast for the eyes.
For me, one of the finest BMWs. It's a fantastically beautiful car, has this long wheelbase, simply radiates this power. These clear lines, to me it's fantastically beautiful.
The 650i combines elegance, comfort and sportiness like no other convertible. Although it weighs almost 2 tons, it drives like a typical BMW. The powerful 8-cylinder engine produces 407 horsepower, and in addition, the 6 Series hugs the road like a real sports car. Closing the fabric roof takes only seconds and can be done at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour. Drivers for whom 407 horsepower aren't enough can upgrade to the BMW M6 Convertible. The M6 offers the best in comfort, luxury, and power. As a racer, cruiser, or endurance sports car, the M6 Convertible is particularly impressive in the sum of its possibilities.
The M6 Convertible has of course an enormous amount of power with 560 horsepower, but also weighs quite a lot, which kind of shows up in the acceleration. It needs a little moment until it gets going, but then it is on fire.
It is the classic German convertible, the Mercedes SL.
Compared to other convertibles, one feels extremely safe in a Mercedes SL like this. And it's definitely one of the most comfortable ways to open the throttle with a two-seater on a country road.
The Mercedes SL, super light, super luxurious, of course stands for technical innovation from Mercedes. Electronically foldable roll bar, one of the very many innovations. Therefore, the SL class stands in Germany for convertible class par excellence.
The Sl63 AMG offers even more power, even more driving pleasure, and even more exclusivity than the SL500. Under the hood, there's a V8 twin-turbo at work, a smooth-running engine with plenty of poise and power. The suspension manages an almost playful balancing act between comfort and sportiness. That's why the Sl63 AMG is regarded as the perfect car for the gentleman among racers. Legend, myth, dream car. No other open-top car arouses so many desires as the Porsche 911 Cabrio.
The Porsche 911 is the epitome of a German sports car. It has already been fantastically beautiful for 50 years. It's beautiful now and will for sure still look beautiful in 50 years.
As an alternative to the convertible, Porsche offers the Targa, a convertible with a roll bar. The roof structure is almost more fascinating than the car itself. In 1965, Porsche invents the Targa as a so-called safety convertible. Then, in the 1990s, the legendary roll bar disappears.
The Targa looks at last like a real Targa, because it's only real with this silver roll bar. And I personally think that's even a nice alternative to the convertible, even if it has a couple of kilos on it.
The Targa weighs 40 kilos more than the convertible, but still drives like a typical 911. Sporty, tight, and precise. Every 911 convertible provides the lightness of open-top driving. But each horsepower more in the Boxer engine increases the pleasure, what Germans call Sturm and Drang, storm and stress. Accordingly, the Carrera Gts Cabrio is the model that ultimately combines all the everyday practicality and sportiness that a Porsche has to offer. It is the essence of open-top driving in a 911. It's Porsche driving at the limit of what is imaginable for road vehicles. The Porsche Turbo S Cabrio, the king of the wind machines. The largest German Cabrio is an open luxury liner this side of Rolls-Royce and Bentley, the Mercedes S-Class Convertible.
I like the design extremely well. It's super modern, totally elegant, but still not pushy.
Long hood, stretched forms, no gadgetry. Despite optical presence, the fabric roof version of the S-Class presents itself as rather restrained. A fully automatic climate control ensures constant temperatures in the interior, whether the roof is open or closed. (585 horsepower), a 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8, 900 Newton-meters of torque in the AMG version. The Mercedes S-Class Convertible is a speedy star cruiser.
The AMG version of the convertible, the Sl63, accelerates in 3.9 seconds to 100, almost 600 horsepower. Goes really fast.
You can't drive into the sun more beautifully and fast.
And in order for the AMG Cabrio to bring its immense power onto the road on the way to the sun, it's built exclusively with all-wheel drive. The most exciting cabrio built in Germany, the Audi R8 V10 Spyder. Loud, fast, and exclusive. Not quite as exclusive, but almost as fast as the R8 is the little Spyder, the Audi TTS Convertible.
So Audi really did a great job with the chassis of the TT. As well as when travelling quickly in a straight line, you always feel it's safe. On the other side, it's also extremely fun in fast corners. It sits perfectly on the road, and you don't want to get out of this car again.
The reason for the dynamic behavior of the TTS is, on the one hand, as in the R8, the all-wheel drive and a Haldex clutch, which distributes up to 60% of the car's power to the rear axle. Elegant, slinky lines, mid-engine, all-wheel drive and 525 horsepower, the Audi R8 V10 Spyder is one of the world's dream cars.
The Audi R8 Spyder, the first mid-engine sports car from Audi, based on the Lamborghini Gallardo, combined Italian grandeur with German engineering for the first time. Therefore, exciting design, great drivability, race car made street legal.
Despite all its sportiness, the R8 Spyder is a convertible for connoisseurs. The suspension isn't unduly hard, and the engine's character is quite refined.
With 525 horsepower, of course that is a supercar, and that is a convertible. But it can also ride very nicely on the track. It's very good-natured, and even a layman can drive it quickly.